There you go.
Yay! Welcome to the meal planning call, girls. So glad that you're here. So I'm still going to be eating in B, still struggling. I'm in the last 50 days of Morning Meltdown 100. And I will be totally honest, I've been more like 60-40 with the nutrition, really bad, not good. And I have not seen significant anything in my results with the program. And that's why, like, if you're not closer to 100%, you're not going to see the changes you want. You can work out all you want. It doesn't matter. If the nutrition's not right, you're not going to see the results you're looking for. So I am declaring, like, that's it. I've had it. I'm like, you know what? I'm not restarting the program. That's ridiculous. I'm not going to redo 50 days, but I'm going to go into the second set of this program, the last 50 days, strong, and I'm going to really try not to do treats and cheats, and I'm going to try to go as close to 100% on as possible. So
what I found is these longer programs, like if it's 21 days, I'm like mindset, 21 days, no matter what comes up, I'm on track, I'm going to do it. But these longer programs, like Transform 20 was a longer program, and Morning Meltdown 100, 100 workouts. In there, I'm like, oh, well, I can kind of be a little relaxed now because I have to do this for 100 days. But in the shorter programs, I'm a little bit more focused with my mindset. And it is important if you're doing a program end to end that you really want to do it. Like you want to dive into it and see the results, which is actually what I'm excited about too, because every program I did, I would sabotage on the weekends and then sabotage on the weekends. But this, I'm like, I already feel like a different person. So I'm excited to finish the rest of it and see how it goes.
With Transform 20, I followed that one for some reason. I didn't have an issue with that program following nutrition, and my results were sick. I mean, sick. Like, that's why I'm like mad at myself, because I'm like, if I stick with the nutrition, I know I'm going to have such good results. And I'm just like, but I really want the cupcake, or I really, you know, I just, it's not always easy. So
I think this time of year too is like, I definitely want heavier foods and stuff. I did no sugar this week. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore because I really, it's not even like funny. Like I can't focus. Like I don't know how long of a withdrawal I'd have to go through. And I just don't think for me, it was really too worth it. I ended up trying to eat more proteins and stuff like that. But then I ended up like at night eating like crackers and things that turn into sugar. You know what I'm saying? So for me to have something small that's sweet is a lot less worse for me than, I mean, binging on like a thing of crackers or you know, it's just not. So I'm definitely, I mean, what was great about it is a lot of people, kind of opened up the floodgates to a lot of new people that were like, oh, I'm interested. I'm, you know, like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I had people that I haven't talked to in so long, and cousins of mine that I haven't talked to in a while. And that was the real good thing about it, is that it definitely got me like to talking a lot of people into like doing the program that has nothing to do with no sugar, but just with Beachbody, you know? So what I do and what, you know, my husband now has signed on to be a coach and like what he does. So what he will be doing. So, yeah.
So something that you did talk about in one of your Instagram stories a few days into your no sugar thing, or maybe it was in one of our calls, you were talking about that kind of mindless eating that you were doing. Like you would pick up a little something here, or have a piece of a donut there, or little stuff that you're doing. And when I do the 3-day refresh, that's the one thing that always comes to my attention, because you're so regimented and you can't have it all the times during the day. When you go to pick up that little thing and you're like, oh my God, no, I can't do it. You realize how many times during the day you pick up those little things, and all of those little things, maybe 25 calories here, 45 calories there, but then you realize like, oh my goodness, I do a lot of times during the day pick up these little things. So if it's okay, after dinner, I'm going to have one little Hershey's Kiss, and that's going to satisfy the craving, and I'm going to be good. But I'm sure, and you did say, like, it brought to your attention how many times, because you knew you couldn't have it, you were like, wow, I didn't realize how many times I go for stuff that's adding up.
I don't really go for too much stuff. I just, when I can't have it, it's more like I'm very angry when I don't have sugar, and I don't know what it is, but like when I tell you, like I'm never angry, like never. Like people do things and I'm like, I forgive. I'm very like, oh no, like that's fine. When I don't have sugar or whatever, I'm like mad at that person and I can't get over it. Like that to me is not okay. I don't know. And then on top of it, I didn't have Shakeology for the last 3 days, which was horrible. And then on top of it, it was like the full moon, Friday the 13th.
You're a total mess, girl. Go have a piece of cake, please.
I had a donut.
Is today your last day? Is this it? All right.
I ate a donut and I feel much better.
Oh, good. Okay. So, well, now, but see, now you know it's not right for you.
Yeah.
You're better off with a 3-day refresh or something like that,
Yes.
you know, because that's something that's doable.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still getting fruit and stuff with that. And I feel like I like the refresh. It's a good, I always have great results too.
Yeah.
So what do you guys, anybody have any plans for breakfast for the week?
I'm going to do, for the first time ever, and I know we've spoke about it a million times since I've been on this call, but I'm going to do the sweet potato, egg white, vegetable casserole because it's been seasoned a lot more.
Yeah.
And I've been like, okay, like there's just, and then I don't know if I'm going to do sweet potatoes or regular potato, or maybe I'll do one of each, like small, so that I have a variety of both. And I really want to try the overnight oats, the bread, the banana
bread.
walnut or whatever. Yeah, banana bread.
I'm determined this week to try overnight oats for the first time. I'm nervous about it because I don't really understand how it works, but I'm excited to do it.
Good. They're very good. The banana bread ones. Do you have that recipe?
No, but I will find it. I'm going to try one with blueberries, and then I'll do the banana bread one too.
There's
I'm really
two
excited.
that I would definitely recommend for you. The banana bread is my absolute favorite. My mom thinks it's disgusting because she says the banana tastes like boogers because you mash up bananas. And
now she's gonna think of that every time she eats.
Me, I don't. It doesn't bother me at all. I love it, and you're eating a mushy banana. Like, what do you think it's gonna taste like?
Kind of like baby foodie.
But I have another one also that's blueberries, and I put frozen blueberries in it, or I'll do with frozen cherries also. I'll share both of them with you.
Yes,
both of them I absolutely love, and I rotate every week between frittata or one of those. Frittata and then one of those.
I'm excited to give it a try. I don't understand. Like, I'm worried I don't know how the consistency is going to be because for some reason I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah.
Overnight oats, but I'll figure it out. I'll see and I'll report back.
I had to make it a few times before I got it to the way that I like it. Kind of like Shakeology. You know, you got to make it a few different ways because you get a recipe that you like. But with the overnight oats, I really love using frozen fruit. It makes it like more like a fruit on the bottom yogurt where it like blends in. You know how like when because it gets when it melts, it gets like liquidy. So it kind of like, so if it's frozen blueberries, it kind of like makes that yogurt blue, you know, because it gets the juices, you know. I like it better frozen.
And it's cheaper too. Like a bag of cherries is like half the price. Cherries are so damn expensive. You buy them, I mean, the whole bag is $10 from Costco, but it's a giant, or from BJ's, and it's a giant bag they last me weeks.
Yeah. And the cherries are so good for you.
And even though they're frozen, like you say, they get a little mushy, like almost juicy, but they stay like a solid cherry. So when you bite into it, it's like this pop of sweetness. It's so delicious. Frozen cherries are so good.
I'm pretty sure that you just did an advertisement there. Like that could have been on TV or something.
That's good. I don't know what I'm going to be eating. I've been eating my usual, like making them I make a pre-workout meal, and it's usually either arugula, eggs, and toast, or it's like yogurt and fruit and some kind of granola. I just picked up my favorite granola is the Kind granola. That's chocolate. It's a dark chocolate Kind granola. That's really good. It's like 10 grams of protein in it, so it's nice and high in protein.
I was thinking of getting toast again too. Like I haven't had toast for breakfast since January.
My favorite is the David's bread.
Okay, yeah, I used to get that kind. So you just do like one slice with what you're. Okay.
Yep. And what I do is I toast it. I actually pre-cut it. I cut it up So this way, when I eat my eggs, I'm not like, because otherwise you're like kind of cutting it with the, I don't know. To me, I just like to pre-cut it. Then I put my arugula on top, and then I put a little tiny bit of olive oil, but you really don't even need it. And then a little bit of, and then the eggs on top. So that's my.
The David's bread toasted with peanut butter on it is so good. I've been doing the peanut butter instead of the butter, and I can tolerate it. I think it's great.
Yeah, do the I do crunchy peanut butter with it. Oh my gosh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I've just started using ghee. The other day I made scrambled eggs, and I've done toast with peanut butter and scrambled eggs, but it's just not the same. Like with scrambled eggs, I like toast with butter. Like that's what I grew up on, like toast with butter and scrambled eggs. So instead of using regular butter, we bought ghee that was already made, and I just took. You only need a tiny bit, and it spreads. I mean, I'm talking like a little tiny bit, much less than you would need of butter, and because I don't know why it like spreads more surface area for some reason, and it was delicious.
And where did you buy the ghee? I've never seen it.
We got it at it's the Nature's Promise from Stop and Shop. It doesn't have to be refrigerated, I don't think. But it's a little bit expensive. I don't know why he bought that. I think it was a convenient thing. It's much better to make your own, only because it's less expensive. You're basically taking butter and clarifying it, and then letting it cool, and then skim off the top or something like that. I don't know.
You can get it at Aldi. Aldi has one that's non-expensive.
Okay.
There's an Aldi by you, Mama. You don't ever go there.
Yeah.
But get it for you at Trader Joe's if you need.
Trader Joe's definitely would have it, I would think.
Oh yeah.
My mom hates Trader Joe's.
Hates?
I gave her a full list once of all these delicious things to try from Trader Joe's, and she was like, "Nope, that was terrible. Nope, didn't know how to cook that. Nope, I don't know what that was."
I don't like Trader
The
Joe's
best
either. I hate Trader
the
Joe's.
garlic crust, the pizza. But I didn't realize. I'm thinking I ate literally almost the whole pizza. I didn't realize that like one slice is a serving. It was just so delicious. So anything that I can't control myself, I don't buy.
Yeah. All right. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I would love to have you know what I might do that I love doing, and it's so easy, is the crock pot oatmeal. And it's I like it because it's so easy. And then I usually do that with yogurt and some kind of fruit. Well, the overnight oats is good too. Like you guys.
I can't believe it's that cold there in New York that you guys are doing crock pot. It's 94 degrees today. It's so hot.
Like I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
I'm like, if I took off any more clothes, I wouldn't be able to be on this call right now. Like, I'm so hot.
No, it's cold here.
That's amazing. I can't believe it.
There's
what I love about, there you go. What's that?
apple cinnamon protein pancakes.
Ooh.
And I think it's made with the vanilla flavored protein powder.
I wonder, yeah.
Which I think, do they have? This is from the Beachbody Nutrition Guide, so I don't know.
Probably maybe they need Shakeology or no?
I don't know. They have recovery, but I only think they only have it in chocolate, right?
They have chocolate or vegan chocolate?
Wait, what does it say in the recipe book? What is it called for?
It says protein powder, vanilla flavor, 1 scoop.
Shakeology. That's just vanilla Shakeology.
You could do
Oh,
that.
it is? Okay.
Probably. I would think.
3 packets.
I'm surprised they don't just put Shakeology though. I wonder if you could just get like a.
Yeah, that's weird. Every other recipe says.
Yeah, I'd hate to see you buy a thing of vanilla if you aren't gonna. You know what I mean? Like if you just need it for that recipe. I would
have packets.
I have packets. I'll give you some if you're gonna make it. I have like a bunch, and I hate vanilla. So
she lives closer to me. I'll give her packets.
Okay.
For me?
Yeah.
I ate them the last 3 days.
We're fighting. So come to my house. I'm like, God, quarter of a mile from you.
I told her, I'm like, I'll go to the diner and
I know. I'm like, don't go to the diner. I'm like, that's crazy. I think
at the diner too.
I honestly believe, and I've said this before, Shakeology has antidepressants in it. I'm not kidding, or whatever. Because since I haven't had it, I'm like,
you feel like a zombie, right? Like
I'm I'm angry. I'm just angry, which is not okay.
Not because your sugar withdrawals.
I think it's both the combination of the no Shakeology and I can't make decisions. I'm like all over the place. I want to cry and laugh at the same time. Like weird.
Sounds like you're pregnant.
Shakeology's fault.
What I wanted to tell you is like,
Let's all talk about it. Let's continue. Georgia had to figure it out.
so anyway, I'm so old fashioned. I still use like the regular oatmeal. So I just have cravings to start in the fall, to make the regular oatmeal, use maple syrup instead of the sugar. I used to use like teaspoons and teaspoons of sugar. And I want to put sliced almonds and blueberries. Somewhere I saw that, and I thought that would be so good together. And then another thing I'm going to try this week is the pumpkin pancakes with the 2 eggs and the puree.
Okay.
So, instead, I had the banana pancakes. I'm like a little tired of them. And then I tried, what did I do this week? Help me out.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, I did it with the sweet potatoes. Yes. And then this week I'm going to try the pumpkin ones. I'll let you know how they
Wait, so instead of using the banana, the 2 ingredient pancakes?
Yes.
You use sweet potato?
I made the sweet potato. It was right from the microwave, so it was nice and soft and moist. And I used that instead. And I put some cinnamon in it. It was very, very good.
Georgiana, you're back. You're unmuted.
I know. I don't know what happened, girls. I couldn't unmute myself. I was like,
We all know. We all were making fun of you. Don't worry.
but now I want to go back to these pumpkin pancakes. So what is it? Ingredients in the pumpkin? Is it pumpkin like puree?
It's well, I make my own puree from the pumpkins, yeah. I put it in the oven, cook it like you'd cook a spaghetti squash, and you scrape it out, and then I put it through the sieve to make sure that there's no seeds or anything in there, or some of those like strings.
Okay.
And then I put it in the freezer. I usually put it in cup packages because any recipe that I do usually calls for that amount. So this time around when I do the pumpkin, I'm going to do them in smaller packages because a half a cup would be good with the 2 eggs, and that's it. And then I put a little cinnamon.
That's it. Just 2 eggs and the pumpkin. That's it.
That's it.
So somebody like Sharon who's watching her carbs, that might be good for her.
Mm-hmm. Or, you go in the store and you go to make pumpkin pie. They have the kind with seasonings in it. Then they have the plain one. So you would use the plain one. That would be comparable to what I would do from the fresh pumpkin.
Yeah, my mom always used the Libby's pumpkin. I mean, that's the canned. It's not,
Right, but be careful. There's the 2 kinds. One is ready for, it's got all the spices to make the pie. And the other one's just the puree.
Yeah,
and that's what we would use.
Puree one because she would add all her own spices. She made pumpkin bread.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Pumpkin bread. I think that there's I think it's a Beachbody recipe that I made last year for pumpkin bread.
Yeah.
And then we added, Carrie shared it with us. And then we added the
chocolate chips. No.
Do it. Oh, that was good.
That was good.
That's what I want with my 96-degree weather.
Now, meal 2 for me, that's always my Shakio. So that's, I don't know if anybody, I've been doing, so my favorite has been pumpkin spice and chocolate combined.
I ordered pumpkin spice today because everybody's like pumpkin spice, and if you can combine it with something, like it tastes good. So
chocolate.
Is it that good? Like, is it really that?
I'll tell you right now. I'm all about. I'm as authentic and honest as I possibly can be.
Be authentic with me.
Yes, I am gonna be. So last year I was like, oh my God, this is pumpkin pie in a cup. It's so good, right? So I bought 5 boxes. That was like the ultimate, like you can't order more than that. Because last year I went through it so fast and I was like, oh, they sold out and I don't have any more. And I was pissed. So I ordered as much as I could. And I made the first one and I'm like, oh no, what happened? They changed it? Like, this is not as good. It was still good, but it just wasn't right. But it was fine. It's just the way I made it was horrible. So with the pumpkin spice, it has to be made a little bit differently than my normal way. So like I usually use about 12 ounces of liquid and a lot of ice cubes in my Shakio. With pumpkin spice, no, you want to use less liquid and less ice cubes. So I did like only 8 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. That's it. Just 8 ounces. I didn't go over that. Then I only did 6 cubes instead of my usual 12 or 13 or whatever the hell I'm up to. So I did like 6 cubes, 8 ounces of unsweetened vanilla almond milk, a half of a frozen banana. I do pumpkin pie spice, a little dash of pure maple syrup, and I also added PB2 to it. And if you do it that way, it's delicious. It will come out, it only be about this much versus like when I make a shake, usually it's like that much. It's usually more. So it's not as much and it's not as thick. It's a little bit thinner than, but it's good alone. But my favorite is like I'll take a scoop of half chocolate and then I dump a half of the packet into that scoop. So it's half pumpkin and half chocolate. And I do that exact same recipe with 8 ounces, 6
Do you
cubes.
put the spinach in that one?
So, all right. So one of the new customers, challengers in our group, her name is Debbie Olson. She's actually my daughter's 4th grade teacher. So I gave her a packet and she loved it, right? So now I had been giving her the recipe. So I ran into her the other day and I happened to have mine with me up at the school. And she's like, oh my God, I put the spinach in it and it was so good. You have to do it. And I'm like, and even since she told me that, I'm like, I don't know if I want to waste a pumpkin with spinach. She says it's delicious. So I think tomorrow I'm going to try it with the cup of frozen spinach, the half of frozen banana. Same thing I just said, except I'm going to add the spinach to it and make it Mrs. Olson's way and see if I like it as much.
Yeah, because it might be more. Like with the spinach, it might actually like spread it up a little bit. So you have more of a.
Yeah. But if you made it the way I originally made it, you would have been like, It wasn't, it was like, I don't know. It needs less liquid and stuff to get more of that pumpkin-y flavor.
I think that you just have to find the recipe that works. Like even with Shakeology, everyone on here probably makes their Shakeology completely different. I personally, when I make the pumpkin spice, I don't even put banana in it. I literally just do pumpkin spice, ice, and water, and that's it. And it is very liquidy. It's not like a shake at all. It's like just drinking a pumpkin drink. Oh, and I put cinnamon in it too. But that's the only way. And that's the only one that I don't put banana in. I don't like the banana in it. I don't know. That's just me when I drink it. It's literally just the pumpkin spice, water, ice, and a splash of cinnamon.
I feel
I love like actual pumpkin flavor.
Yeah. That's Lori says she's the leader of the Florist Empire, our upline team, but she said that she likes that with just water and ice shaken, not even in a blender. So I don't want to waste it on that. I like my recipe. I like the half a frozen banana in it because it adds like a density to it that's not there without it. I feel like it would be too liquidy for me, I think.
Yeah, I see more and more people doing the shake thing instead of like shaking it in ice and instead of blending it. And I can't. I'm like, no, I can't do it. No.
Oh, and Mrs. Olson, actually, she's probably going to be here. She always watches the recording. So hi, Mrs. Olson. She's probably watching. Later on, she'll be watching. Shout out to you, girl. All right, so the meal 2 we went over. That's Shakio. And then my meal 3 is usually some kind of a salad. What do you guys usually have for lunch?
I've been doing my sloppy joe and a vegetable for lunch.
Okay.
That's what I've been doing for the last like week or so. Week and a half,
Sloppy Joe, that's good. And then do you alternate? Do you do the same thing all week?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, I could eat the same thing every day. I don't know, it doesn't bother me.
And then I think I'm gonna do like meatloaf or something for next week because I want to do something like, I don't know. I'm just because of the weather. I think like the fall vibes that I'm having. I'm just like meatloaf, mashed potatoes, not mashed potatoes, but I'll probably do like with cauliflower or mashed cauliflower. Yeah.
I have
cauliflower is so good.
Confessions of a Fit Foodie. There's something called Not Your Mama's Meatloaf or Your Mom's Meatloaf or something like that. I'll send it to you. But it's really easy, made with turkey. You make 2 semi-small meatloafs, and then you put right on the pan potatoes and carrots, and you roast everything together. That's very, very good. I'll share that one.
Yeah, that's probably amazing.
Oh my God, let's do that. We should put that in our meal plan for the
roasted
potatoes.
I think it may be in there.
Roasted potatoes with carrots and onions. That would probably be awesome as like a carb for the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this week in Stop and Shop, they have, those little small potatoes. They have the 3 different varieties. They have like the one with the mix, even with the like purple potatoes, and then they have the red ones and like the yellow or just regular. You buy one get one free, and there's a cauliflower buy one get one free this week. And when you mentioned lunch, I'm going to be having salads every day, because when you buy one romaine, you get another one. And some sly person put another one in my wagon. It was a different brand. That's how I know. So I have 3 big packages of romaine. So we'll be doing salad. And I think I'm going to make tuna fish, like, you know, like in a roll with the instead of bread, use the lettuce. I'm craving tuna fish.
Oh yeah, I love tuna.
I also think I want to get the air fryer.
Oh yeah?
Somebody else that's not Beachbody, but she's like a CrossFit like instructor. She owns a gym with her husband.
Yeah.
She does the air fryer with everything, like, and they eat really healthy. I always follow her because she always has like recipes up, and she did like sweet potato sweet potato French fries, but in the air fryer.
Yeah.
And that looked so good. So I was like, maybe I'll get an air fryer. I never wanted one, but now I kind of see like what she makes with it, and I'm like,
You're not allowed to follow anyone on social media who's not Beachbody. We're a cult. We're Beachbody people.
CrossFit is kind of
to run them right now.
what I
They
hear.
have their own cult.
My mom has an air fryer. She got rid of her toaster and has one that's an air fryer and a toaster and everything in one.
Yep.
It's a very large unit, but I'm always making large quantities. I think with the air fryer, a lot of people, if they have the kids and they do like chicken nuggets, the frozen prepared things, that already has some type of I think oil content to the breading. So it comes a little different when you do it just plain. Like I made the breaded cauliflower in there, was delicious, but it's a little drier on the outside.
What if you spray, like, because I have like the misto.
Yeah.
The misto thing.
I was thinking that. Yeah, I was thinking about just light misting on it, because otherwise it's a little too dry. The flavor was good.
Because I do that if I bake chicken. I put a little bit of oil on top of chicken. If I bake it, I just spray a little oil on top and flip it. So because it's like, you have an air fryer?
I do. And it's my favorite thing. But I would buy what Susan bought and buy the one that looks like the toaster oven, because mine has like a bucket underneath. And it only makes small batches of food. And my husband and daughter and I, like, in order for me to make like sweet potato fries for the whole family, I have to do like 3 batches in order for it to all cook. So if you have the choice, do your research and buy one that looks like the toaster oven. But I make tofu in it, which my daughter will eat like so much of it because it's almost like a snack. It comes out crispy and not like oily. It's awesome. And her nuggets, because I do put the nuggets in there for her when I'm making something small for her for dinner when we're all eating something else. It's perfect. So it does serve a lot of purposes. And I've put Brussels sprouts in there with just a spray of oil, and it's like they're roasted even though they're not. So that's cool because it happens in 20 minutes as opposed to an hour in the oven. So definitely try it out. I love mine. Yeah.
The one that I bought is Breville, and it's really huge. It's like a monster on my small little countertop there, but I think it was well worth it. And the tray is very, very large. There's another, Cuisinart makes one that's a little more boxy like. It's a little smaller, but I think those are 2 good brands that you could try. And quite honestly, I got a good deal. I got it on sale, and I had the 25% off coupon, because ordinarily it costs like $400. I ended up getting for like $250. So if you watch, if it comes on sale, they have like a special promotion from Breville, and then the 20%, I was like in like Flynn. I knew I had to get it. I had no idea it was going to fit on my counter. So Carrie convinced me. She said the little bit of counter in the front you're not really using over there. So I'm very happy that I got it. And you can also, if you get that one, it has the dehydrating. And when I did the breaded cauliflower, it took like 8 to 10 minutes. That's it. It was so fast.
Wow. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get one then.
That was a good investment.
Yeah.
What about, does anybody have any favorite snacks or dinner that they'd like to share that they're going to have, do you think?
So I just found a recipe that I'm really excited to try tomorrow night, actually. Zucchini ravioli. So it's like you take low fat ricotta. You like slice I keep saying courgette because, anyways, slice the zucchini, like a medium thickness, not too thick but not too thin, and a dollop of like a teaspoon of low fat ricotta. and then with like cherry tomatoes and a bunch of spices. I'm really excited to try it because it sounds delicious and it's got some good reviews from my friends. So
And on the portion fix, that would be the ricotta cheese is a protein.
I know we talked about that last
And the veggie is a veggie, so that's great.
I know. So I'm very excited to try it. I shall report back. She's muted again.
I was doing the ricotta cheese dance.
Wait a second. You said it's a vegetable?
Ricotta cheese is considered a protein in the portion fix plan.
Oh, protein. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. Like it didn't blow your mind and like completely.
No, I thought you said a vegetable. I'm thinking, well, how does that work out for 2 people? But I get it. It's protein. There's a lot of protein in it. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when I found that out, I was like, oh my God, this is the best news ever. Because I can go through 2 blues easy in a day. Easy. Blues are tough. I love cheese. I love nuts.
Karen, were you going to say something before when we talked about snacks or dinner? It looked like you were going to say something.
Well, I was thinking about, I have spaghetti squash that's coming up in the garden and I want to cook something with it, but I always do the same thing over and over again and I need ideas. So I always kind of lock it in with tomato sauce or something. And I love that, but I want to do something different. So if anybody has any suggestions, it would be awesome. I thought Susan had like a shrimp scampi or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Garlic and oil?
Any type of food that I would cook, like the chili, anything that I would ordinarily put over rice, then I put that over the spaghetti squash.
Okay.
There's a great shrimp scampi recipe. It's in our group. If I can I'll find it for you. I'll tag you. I'll put it in the thread of the thing, of the post. You know, when we do our meal thing. It's great. It's got like red pepper in it. It's got, I think you use white wine in it, lemon, like that kind of thing. And it's very simple. I found it when I started this whole thing over 4 years ago. I found the recipe and it's definitely a go-to. Like I've done it over and over again. So
also I did the shrimp with like a little bit of pesto, like cooked all together. You could put that over spaghetti squash. I put it over with the tomatoes, pesto, shrimp. I put it over a pita with goat cheese melted. That was really good. But you could do it over spaghetti squash. But the goat cheese, shrimp, pesto with tomatoes was unbelievable. You could put that over anything.
That sounds amazing.
I would not have thought goat cheese with pesto. That sounds good though.
It's amazing because it's got like the pesto flavor, which is like garlic and basil, but then the goat cheese is sweet, so it's like, and then with tomatoes, it's so good.
Guys, I want to say thank you so much for hopping on the call because we've got less than a minute. So in case we get knocked off, just want you to know I'm grateful that you hopped on.
Thank you.
All right. And any last minute things?
Oh, Carrie, I'm going to
have my sugar tonight. More sugar later.
What was that chicken, Carrie? The general, how do you say it?
Yeah, that was in an email.
It was really, really good. Yeah, I had it last week.
I'm making it this week, definitely. Mm-hmm.
It was really good. There's some weird ingredients you have to get, but they had them all at Stop and Shop in the like Asian aisle.
Okay.
Or actually,
so everyone have a great week.
Tomorrow you should take my jar of it because I'm probably like not going to use it again soon. I had to buy a jar. So you should just
okay.
Oh, that's good. See, that's nice when you're related and you can share stuff. It's good.
I don't know what to stop.
Yeah, how about sharing some of that pumpkin?
Everything